Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games and hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Football Manager 2018, Lower League Manager Series. We are FC Decathlon, and this is week number 10 of the competition. We're still in our opening season. We are in a virtual tie for first place, but second on goal differential in the league. And our comfortable lead just got more comfortable as we go up 3-1. Almond across to Felix, back to Rankine to complete his hat trick. In the first half of this game, we are on the road at last place, North Ferriby United. They actually were outplayed in the first half by North Ferriby. They came to play today. They really felt like they had nothing to lose, or they really are feeling that relegation battle. And it's 4-1, another goal. Excellent job. Felix playing the ball ahead here to Law, who's overlapping. Gets the ball into Aiden Conley, who puts it in the back of the net. 4-1. In the first half, North Ferriby came to play. They actually controlled the play. Unfortunately for them, two huge mistakes were made in the box, sending Rankine to the spot to put 2 goals away. We led 2-1 at the half, but minutes into the second half, we come out and go 3-1 and then 4-1. We have been completely dominant in the 20 minutes here since the start of the video, and we look like we might be on our way to a comfortable win, but there you go. Signs of North Ferriby threatening there, just wide. But we're up 4-1. 73rd minute. I'm going to go ahead and make a substitution. I made a promise to Sam Muggleton, who actually had not played all season, to give him some minutes off the bench, which he was content with taking a chance off the bench, hoping to prove himself. And I'm going to give him that chance now. In fact, you can see that his morale is quite perfect by being given said chance. The story of the season so far, outside of where we're at, ooh, another chance, almost 4 for Rankine. He has taken a knock here in this game, which is a bit worrying because, ooh, nice goal there for North Ferriby. They get one back. It's 4-2. Allman messed that one up. He should have had the clearance there. 2 guys chasing down Russell, can't get there in time, and based on position, I would assume that's Josh Law, who missed the opportunity to clear that ball out, beaten by his man, and the goal comes in. Based on form, that could have been Danny Rowe, but another chance there. Long throw, clear header, Almond puts it over the top. We are now into the final minutes. We're hanging on to a 2-goal lead. We better go ahead and switch our tactics here. So, story of the season is we led very early on. We were on a long unbeaten run, 15-plus games. We had quite a few point lead over the competition within the league. It looked like we were going to run away with the league, and then we lost a game. Losses happen all the time, every day. Teams lose. In fact, unless they tie, one team loses every game. And yet, that one loss absolutely shattered morale. And we went into a massive, massive decline. Morale was gone, and the losses just started flowing. We were finally on our way to get a win, and then one of those fun bugs came in, and our goalkeeper with a simple back pass to him, straight to him. Suddenly turns around away from the ball and gets utterly confused, at least visually, and ball goes in. Game ends up tied, and that decline continued. So we slipped all the way to third place. Finally, we have righted that ship. We are playing much better of late, and we now have ended this game with another 3 points, and we may be back on top of the league with that win. We'll have to see what happened. And Salford's road game at FC United of Manchester, who are one of the better teams in the league. And I saw early in the game, score update, that the first goal was scored by FC United of Manchester. So at least in the first half, they had the lead. So there's a chance that we're back on top of the league. We'll pick up a +2 on the goal differential today. And our next game, the other game that we will see in this video, is actually, once again, against North Ferriby United. We'll be playing them at home in a few days. Alright, I'm not going to say anything negative here. I actually tried to give a somewhat negative response to the last game, and the team response was not good. They were not happy that I criticized their performance, even though they played very poorly, just squeaking out a 1-goal win against Blythe Spartans. So I'll go ahead and say well done, and most of the guys are happy with that. We'll take that, and we'll leave this match. So checking in with where we're at. Yes, Salford United lost. In fact, they lost 4-1. FC United of Manchester with a dominating performance. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah, they had the goal in the first half. It looks like Salford actually got it back just 2 minutes later. But 3 goals in the second half. Last one from the spot in the closing minutes of the game. And FC United have aided us in retaking the league lead 23 matches into the season. And our recent form has been much, much better. We beat Telford United 2-1. We beat Blythe Spartans 3-2. And in between that, we had an FA Trophy match on the road at the higher division AFC Fylde. And in that game, I still put out my top lineup, but I had pretty low expectations. The board expectations were to get all the way to the 4th round, and it was only a first round match. So to lose that game, the board would have been very, very unhappy. So while I am fully committed to the league and not the FA Trophy, we did need to at least have a decent performance there to aid myself in not potentially being fired. And we came out, scored the opening goal, but they got it back about 10 minutes later. And in the closing minutes, just as we were facing the prospect of extra time, in stoppage, we grabbed a wonderful, wonderful goal. If I remember correctly, it was Josh Simpson who grabbed that goal. And let's see here. Was it Simpson? No. Aiden Conley. It was Josh Simpson. No, Ferguson with the assist. It was cross from the left side. Aiden Conley got the ball, put it in on the right side. It was a nice goal indeed. Let's see. Can I see a replay of that one? Yes. Let's go ahead and watch the replay of that goal. Off the corner, Conley. There's Josh Simpson with that. Okay, that's what I remember seeing. We go Law up to Felix, who was hurt in the game. Here's the play up to Almond, to Newton, to Simpson, to Conley. There's that great play. That's what it was. That rebound came out. So it was Conley who had a great pass out to Ferguson on the outside, who sent the ball back in. Poor clearance, goes right back to Conley with a wonderful touch on that shot to put it into the inside net on the right side there. So we did actually move on to the second round, where we will play once again a higher division opponent in Tranmere, who I believe are currently third place in the National League above us. So that will be a difficult game, but at least we get to play at home on that. We've got a few games in between that game. So we're going to play North Ferriby United once again next, who we just defeated 4-2 on the road. But 2 of those goals were from the spot after a pretty poor performance in the first half. But you could see our form is so much improved after that bad run that we went through, where we had 4 losses in 5 games. And just that one little stretch was everything. All of our drop points virtually have been from that little stretch. All right, so next up, North Ferriby United. Injuries have been a big factor. Here's a quick update on where we're at here in these last 2 weeks. These couple games at FA Trophy and in training, we have suffered a large amount of injuries, on our second highest in the whole league, with 5 players currently injured, and a couple players that literally just came back in the last couple days as well. Fortunately, they've all been minor injuries that aren't keeping players out for too long. We are missing both center backs that share time, Sukar and Parslow, which actually gave the start to Clapison in that FA Trophy match. No. The Blythe Spartans match. And in that match, Clapison was playing pretty well until somewhere around the 70th minute on a goal kick, while challenging for the header, committed a vicious foul for a straight red, and he had to sit this game out, to where I had to use Benchriff at center back, which luckily is his alternate position besides a holding or ball-winning midfielder that he normally plays for me. But we are also suffering in the striker position. Morgan Smith out with a long-term injury, but he's now down to 2 weeks. He hasn't played for a little while here. Rankine picked up a knock in this game. He's going to be out for about a week with a bruised thigh. And John Parkin, in the last game with a facial laceration, was available on the bench while Rankine got the start. So all 3 of my forwards are also injured. All right, so we're back on top of the league, which is awesome, though injuries are definitely a concern right now. I should give him passionate. You were superb in front of goal last time out. Keep it up. He's already superb in morale, but at least he's happy to hear the recognition. We are now 7 matches unbeaten. Not that we've had a perfect run by any means, but the morale has recovered. And we now leave Boxing Day and reach my birthday, my real life birthday. No games on the day, though. Obviously, Boxing Day is the national pastime in England, where they have matches every Boxing Day year after year. Okay, Sukar is back, so we will be able to get back to a somewhat normal lineup here in the next game. Next up is New Year's Day with that North Ferriby match. Boy, I'm looking at something right here on the schedule. QPR under 23s versus our under 18s on the road. Boy, I could see that being double digits, 10-0. Oh, okay. So we're at that time of year where it is definitely time to start altering our focus on next year's roster. So I just completed a new deal with Amari Morgan-Smith. He's getting a little bit of a pay bump, but nothing major. He's still accepted a backup squad status, even though he has been our starter most of the year. But if we do manage to get promoted, I would imagine that he will be the backup next year. We'll be looking to replace Parkin for sure, as he has been of little use this year, even though he's the team captain. A lot of the players right now are looking for big promotion salary raises with the potential that we will be going up this year. So trying to keep that back is a big deal. Otherwise, we're going to have some major issues going into next year on our budget. So if we're going to have some room to bring in some new players, I got to make sure that these guys don't see massive pay increases, and I might end up having to let a few players go as a result. Luke Simpson, our goalkeeper, has also signed a new deal. Just a small bump. He is now at first team squad status. He was the backup initially, but he has outperformed Worsnop all season long, and nothing too bad on the bonus clauses for him. And I definitely need to... Yeah, they don't even want me to offer Parkin a new contract. That's funny. Heslop, I might, if he stays for next to nothing anyway. Oh, he's not even interested in renewing. That's fine. And Worsnop, they don't want me to offer him. So our two aging players who were stars that are now mere backups, they want us to let them go. And Heslop, who's not been very happy with his playing time, even though he was the starter at the start of the season, got injured, and then his replacements were fantastic. So when he came back healthy, what was I to do? All right, Stephen Hewitt, who actually has not played, and apparently... okay, this is for somebody else. Bangor City, I believe that's lower... Oh, it's the Welsh Premier Football League. Okay, that's why I am not familiar with them. Okay, so what do we know about him? Virtually nothing. So why are you giving me this much? Okay, it looks like we're already beginning to scout him. I'm not going to offer him a contract at this point when we don't hardly know anything about him. All right, so here's our update on contracts. We'll take a look at the staff first. Looks like a lot of this episode's going to go into that beginning transfer season, though realistically at our division, the transfer season's open throughout most of the year. All right, I am going to need to take a look at our staff here at some point, but I will probably do that off camera. None of these are changes. The only change we made was a scouting change, as one of our scouts got pried away from us to work for another team, and so we had a replacement there. So I'll take a look at these at a later time. And Connor Smith has not done anything for us. I might hang on to Rankine as a backup if he's going to stay about the same price-wise. Warstop's going to be gone. Muggleton, I might try to hang on to him. I mean, he's not a bad player. Felix, I definitely want to hang on to if affordable. I mean, he's near max potential, but to me, at this low level, players don't improve. We don't have the facilities for it anyway, so their ability kind of is what it is. I used to really, really worry about bringing in youth players, but I care about that a whole lot less here of late, because it's not until you get up into the actual football league where training facilities and your training schedule actually seem to do much of anything. At this level, players improve because they're getting playing time. They don't really improve in training. So, anyway. Parcelo, I definitely want to hang on to. He's done well, and he would be a good backup at the higher division. But again, salary is going to be a big factor in that, as I certainly am not willing to give him a big pay bump. Cam Joe, I don't even know who this is. He has not played for me at all, and he actually is the highest paid player on this list of expiring contracts. So I might look to dump him as soon as possible. I had no idea I even had this situation. I'd like to hang on to Sakar, given the right price. He's not making a whole lot of money, and he's played well enough for me. And Newton might have earned himself, and Moak also doing well enough. Ahmed has not done that well, but he's seen as a backup anyway. So anyway, that's where we're at. Bench ref's another one. Those guys are kind of the ones that at least have earned themselves the opportunity to stay with the team. Josh Law, I already went in to try to re-sign. His demands were pretty outrageous, and I came pretty close to meeting his demands, but not close enough. So at this time, he's not willing to re-sign with the team. So we'll see. I'll check back in with him in a month or two and see if he's willing to try to renegotiate at that time or not. He's the only kind of must-keeper within this list, as he's certainly good enough to play at the next level. Youth contracts, there's not even any players of quality there, so I'm unlikely to sign any of them. All right, 2 days away from our next game, and we really need to get to it as we're running low on time for this episode. I'd like to get through that whole game, that you see the end of it. All right, this is that game that I'm really worried about. QPR under 23s. They are absolutely going to crush us. In fact, our under 18s have been getting crushed through and through within the league that they're playing in. So I do not want too many of these guys. Warsnop's way down on his match shape, and I've not been playing him because he's made two massive mistakes that have cost us goals and games of late. So probably going to let him play for the under 23s. Rankind's not going to play, so I don't want him to be available. Let's see here. Alex Whittle. Now that I'm given Muggleton time, I should probably allow him to play. Wharton hasn't been playing and is not going to play in this game, so let's get him fit again. Clapison might, just because of where we're at on the injury front. Carr's definitely not. Connor Smith, I'll let him in there too. Get him fit once again. There we go. All right. Things are looking good. We're certainly on the up, and we are back on track, but we very much have a close struggle for the league at this point. The runaway has definitely not come to anything. All right, so Heslop, one of the many players when we went through our 5-game poor form streak, one of the many players who came whining at that time. Heslop is now happy once again. In fact, I want to see kind of where we're at. Promises. So Heslop is happy with his increased time in soccer. Parcelo, the locker room atmosphere is looking much better. And again, that was just during that 5-game stretch where things suddenly went from awesome to horrible. Muggleton wants to play games from the bench. He's got 51 days left for that one. Surprised. He's already played 2 games off the bench, so that's good. I don't have to play him that much. Alex Whittle, there's our other, right? These guys are in opposite of each other. I've got about 3 months left to get Whittle sold. And that actually might not be a bad idea now that Muggleton's kind of taking over on the bench over Whittle. I might just get him out of here because Ferguson's been healthy all season long and he's able to play game after game. Connor Smith, another one who recently asked for a loan. We've got 3 months to make right on that, and he is up for loan, though no offers have come out, and I'm guessing that there might not actually be any offers on that. But we're looking good once again when it comes to our overall performance and with our job security. It's in the best shape that it's been since that first loss occurred, and things just kind of quickly fell off. All right, so once again, North Fairview United in this next game. I'd like to get to that. We're still 2 days away, so we're approaching New Year's Eve with that crazy matchup of QPR. Oh, we are playing at home. I guess that's something. So Messi wins the Ballon d'Or this year, not Ronaldo, who won it in real life. And Ben Clapson, who I told you had that nasty, vicious foul on going up for a header off of a goal kick, is given a 3-match ban in all. That was his first game of the year anyway, so it looks like he's not going to get back into the side anytime soon. I did fine him 1 week pay for that. Had I known it would have been a 3-match ban, I probably would have given him a 2-week fine. But no worries. Right, so we are heavy favorites for this game. Decrease to transfer revenue retained. The board has announced that due to concerns over club finances, they have decreased the percentage of transfer revenue available to be retained from player sales to 0%. Not a worry, I'm not looking to bring in any additional players this season. And yes, the finances have not looked good for the team, but I certainly can't be blamed, as Josh Simpson is the only change that I have made, period, to the entire roster or coaching staff of any kind, besides one scout out and one scout in. And the scout that came in, I think, came at pretty much the exact same salary. And Simpson does not have a bloated contract of any kind. And I certainly had the room in my budget, according to the board, to sign that additional player. Wow, okay, so only 3-1 on the QPR under-23s match. I don't know who they brought to play us, if they saw it as a joke or not, but well done by the team. Whittle, Wharton, and Smith all played in that game. Our normal briefing. Again, morale is looking good. Do our formation. There we go. Hand it over. And meeting. Team's fired up from that. I like that. All right, looking at our January schedule here briefly as we now hit midnight. Happy New Year! All right, so we've got North Fairview coming up today. We've got 5 days till our next game at away game. What is that, Darlington? No, maybe. Bradford on Tuesday, just a few days later. So we do have a bit of a busy schedule here in the next 2 weeks. FA Trophy 3rd round draw and the FA Trophy 3rd round. If we happen to get into that, we're going to have a busy January. If we get past Tranmere, we'll at least have a busy next 2 weeks. Okay, quickly moving on. It looks like I finished 2nd this month on the Manager of the Month award with one tie that we had. All right, well now, after that last game, this is first versus last and from home. So as long as we can avoid complacency, this should be the easiest game of the whole season. You don't get first versus last very often. In fact, usually you only get, and at home, you tend to only get that once a year. And that's supposed to be a winner. All right, so Amari Morgan-Smith is still not ready to come back, but Sukar and Kane Felix are both available today. Here's that board confidence update where secure at 61%. And squad dynamics update. I haven't had one of these in a while. So very good locker room atmosphere. Very good leadership support. Our team leader is John Parkin. That might be a struggle when he leaves the team here. We might have a little bit of a hard time reestablishing where we're at next year, but Parslow might be taking over as captain, possibly. And our group of influential players is actually a pretty small group. Our others category only has 2 players in it, so that's good that we don't have too much division amongst the squad. All right, and we're finally ready to head into the match. It will need to be a quick one. We might not get quite to the end of it too, as we are definitely running low on time. North Ferriby has lost at least 5 in a row on the road, while we have won 4 straight and only dropped 2 points at home of late after our previous bad run of form. All right, this might be a good day to finally get Worsnop back into the squad. He didn't end up playing in that U23 match, so I'll go ahead and give him the start today, which I might be made to suffer for that. Rankine is definitely not fit for the match today. He's just coming back from his injury, so Parkin's going to have to get the start. Amari Morgan-Smith failed his fitness test, so he's not ready to go. So we're struggling on top for sure. Sukar is ready to go, so he might be coming back in for Bencherif. There we go. We definitely want to get his fitness back up. And Heslop's had quite the run of games here, so I might get Bencherif back into his position and Simpson back into his. Both of these guys have gotten quite the run of games. Josh Simpson, starting to get more into the habit of not playing him every day. He's incurring a lot of injuries after runs of games, so I might give him kind of one-on, one-off duties here for a while. We have a few weaknesses in this squad today, especially on top, so I don't want to weaken my squad too much. So I'm going to put Moak back in for Felix, who, while Moak is more of a left wing, has done pretty well when given the run out. And obviously Aiden Conley has been tops of for the team, along with Simpson, throughout the year. So Parkin now has 7 goals. He was predicted to be the leading goal scorer for the league this season, and he's actually struggled a lot this year. All right, so I think the squad looks good. And we're going to push right into this game and see what we can do here early. I'm going to be pretty assertive today to tell them that... there we go. Nope, not fired up by that. But give them some support. As long as I don't have anything negative. Alright, a couple midfielders are fired up. That's good. Here we go, kickoff. I'm going to skip right into it. Here we go. Ball gets the ball. Right, we're in control early on. First minute, looks like we're at almost 60% possession. So it's still very early on before that's going to level off a little bit. 5 minutes in now. There we go. It looks like we're hovering right around our typical 60% mark. 4 games. Ooh, nice free kick there. Definite chance, but we were able to get to that ball first. So we didn't see who played it, but Conley takes it all the way, end to end, brings it into the box, and we play the ball well wide. Right, so we're looking at about 57% possession. As long as the team doesn't get complacent early on, we'll definitely make us heavy favorites. Today, there's a chance for Nope. Puts it over the crossbar. Looks like he was aiming for that top corner and was not far off, so not too bad of a chance there. All right, 20 minutes in. Our cream should be rising to the top here. We should start to show our dominant selves here before too long. Almond can't get that one through, but moving the ball well at the moment. Here's another chance. Conley up, crosses it in. Ball takes a couple deflections. Keeper pokes it away, and finally the defense clears it out for the throw. We've had 5 shots, but we have not been able to put any on target yet, and it looks like we are at 63% possession, so we're getting a little bit of a bonus playing a team that's not quite on skill. Nice cross in. Parking gets the chance, and he puts it well over the top from close range. 6 shots, and still have not managed to put anything on target. The way that is going so far, I'd almost give a chance here for North Ferriby to steal the game, and if they do that, that could absolutely shatter morale once again. 7 shots, still nothing on target, and we're not even being close. So while we are dominating, we're really struggling. Worsnop does it again! Are you kidding me? I'm subbing him right now, and he is not playing ever again for this team. Ever. He's done. Are you kidding me? Worsnop. What a piece of crap. That is 3 times in his last 3 times on the pitch that he has done something very similar to what he just did there. Literally just giving a goal away. 3 times in a row he has done that. I have not played him but 3 times in the last about 3 months because of that. So here comes the aggressive, screw you guys halftime talk. Show me something else. 8 guys fired up. I'm not worried about Simpson because it was not his mistake. He just came on the pitch. Worsnop is done with this team. I am not playing him anymore, and I'm going to have a talk with him after this game. Are you kidding me? Total BS from the keeper. He is now out of a job. I may even just release him and put whoever we have as a youth player in there. I'm going to try to sell him at least. He's done. That's it. No more chances. Moke, nice cross. There's a chance. Almond gets the goal back. All right, we are level. It only took 1 minute after aggressively talking to the team. With that level score, we are back into first place. But there is absolutely no reason why I would be content with a draw today. We've had 10 shots to their 1. And the only reason why they had a shot was Worsnop literally handed them the ball on a silver platter. Alright, chances are coming fast and furious. Not sure what happened there. Maybe somebody was offside. I didn't see the call. Actually, I think maybe it was when the ball returned to that left side. He came back from an offside position to play it back across goal. Alright, so we are in total control here, and I'm going to start pouring on the misery. I'm going straight to overload. There's no reason why North Ferriby, with their literally 1 shot that was as big of a gift as a player will ever get. We're already well above 60% possession. Lots of chances. We're at least got 3 on target, and I'm going to demand more. 1-1 is not good enough. Pressure's on. Forcing the turnover. Moke with the chance. Nice save from the keeper. Poor corner. Well short. No players anywhere in the area. Now we're into the 70th minute. Alright. We need to get something done here. I'm not going to bring Muggleton on today. as much as I would like to. We've got work to do. Rankind's going to come in. Parkin and his poor form throughout the season continues. Yeah, he's grabbed a few goals, but he has done very little to help this team. King Felix might come on here. Moke's looking nervous. Bad form. Let's go ahead and use our third sub, our final sub. And I'm going to change tactics here. I don't want to take that away. I'm just going to push up the defense higher. And we're going to take more risks. So we're not in retained possession play anymore. Tactically, we have got to go for the win today. There's zero reason. Did I say zero? I meant zero reason to come out of this game with only a draw. Alright, time to change tactics. Push some players up. Ferguson's going to go up as a wingback. Law's going to go up. I want you to attack. And you're not going to be a ball-winning midfielder anymore. I want you to help. So you're going to go to, let's say, support, center mid. And do you have, let's see, advanced playmaker? I want to get you more attacking than you already are. Well, this is a good role for you, so I'm not going to change that. Simpson's good at creating chances. Alright, that should do it. Alright. Going all out here, guys. This could backfire, but they've literally done nothing all game besides the gift that they were given by the worst goalkeeper I have ever seen. Here's Felix. Oh, Felix. They gave you a gift. Why didn't you take a chance? There's Rankine! We got the goal! Alright. Alright, I got to change these tactics back before we do screw something up. Let's go ahead and watch this replay. Here's Felix with the ball. I don't know why he didn't take a chance there. And he gives it right back to him. Russell's clearance, though, does not do enough. Ferguson brings the ball in, crosses it. Rankine goes up for the header. And no doubt about it, go ahead, goal. You gotta believe that goal was coming. 18 shots on target, 63% possession. We've been all over them all day. Just poor finishing. And now we're going to switch up the tactics as they should be for this point in the game. I don't know why it took this long, but whatever it takes. All right, closing minutes. We've already used all 3 subs, so now we've got to just see this game out for 5 minutes. Ooh, poor throw-in from Law there. Simpson ties for that one, even though there was none of their team anywhere near around. There's a good steal from Josh Simpson to Bencheriff to Law. Rankine, good hold-up play. Up to Almond. Ferguson with a chance, crossing it, and we get another goal. Now there's no doubt about it. That definitely settles it. Once again, Ferguson with another nice cross at Rankine on the end of it. No, it's an own goal. Oh, it was not Rankine at all, but Picton. So, 22nd place in the league. It's finally shown for a reason. They bury themselves, and that should do it here in the closing seconds. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here, but I'll keep it playing just long enough for you to see that final whistle. And so, that does it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Can we see that? Ooh, they got a chance there. Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So, if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my road to the record. Here's that stoppage time, closing seconds. Should be having that whistle here any moment. And there it is. That does it. Bye for now.